Hi, okay, this is just a little short video to show you a new project that I created. This is not an original idea to me. This idea came from, I believe, a YouTube video I saw of Heidi Swapp, who had taken file folders and designed a whole series around them. I called them designer folders. Now, this in itself is the shape of a stylized file folder, but it's not actually a file folder. I thought that maybe I would just take an ordinary file folder and cover it with paper and do what I'm about to show you that I've done inside it. But then I got thinking about it and thought, well, file folders are kind of boring. They're pretty standard, so why not dress it up? And because I have a Cricut, I thought I could use one of the cartridges. I use the Elegant Edges. It has a book feature in that, and that's what I used to cut out this basic shape here. What I did was I designed everything that you're about to see for this folder all on the Cricut, and then I cut it out. The first thing I did was I created a prototype just out of plain paper. I didn't want to waste my good colored paper, and here it is here. And this is where I did my experimentation with what was going on inside. You can see I've made my notes on here as to what the different cuts are, and that's all in my Cricut file. So if I want to reproduce this at any time, it's going to be very easy because I can just go into each of these patterns, cut them out in whatever paper I wish, and put the whole folder together. So I really recommend that when you're trying to design something for the first time that you do this. You create a prototype on cheap paper so you can play around with it, and it's not going to cost you anything, and you're not messing up all your good papers. And then once you've got it perfected, then you can go ahead and do it on the good paper as I've done here. So let me just take you through this. First of all, the cover. See that it opens up and we have some things inside it all. And then the back. Now, those of you that have seen some of my other videos know that I talk a lot about when I make covers for my albums, for example, to make them just a little thicker, that I do sort of a lamination process. And what I mean by that is I often take a very thin piece of cardboard and the paper that I'm going to use, I run it through my Xyron. That makes it sticky. I apply a front and a back page to the core piece of cardboard, and then I run it through the Cricut machine and cut it. And I find that makes it a little stiffer. This is basically what I've done with this project, except minus the core center of cardboard. I just simply used some good quality double-sided paper that I liked, laminated the two sheets together, and then I ran it through the Cricut. So when I cut it out, I got, well, you can't see it here because it's covered up, but I got both sides cut out in the shape that I want it and covered. Also, when I designed this cover, this is in two pieces. There's the front piece that you cut out, and then there's the back piece. The back piece is the same shape, but it's about 1 millimeter, a little wider. The reason for that is I scored along this edge. You can't see it because it's covered up now, but I scored along this edge 1 millimeter, and then I folded it over, and that acts as a hinge. Then I simply glued this front part to that hinge, and so that gives me the ability to open it and close it, and both pieces match up as far as size is concerned. Now, on the cover of this paper was really nice paper. Couldn't tell you who made it, but I like it. Might be from a Recollections collection, I can't remember. And as you've heard me say on other videos, I don't care, really. I bought the paper, it was nice, I liked it, there you go. Because you probably won't find this paper again out there. So you pick whatever you like. I used a couple of Prima flowers that I colorized. They were white originally. I sprayed them with glitter mist, my own creation of glitter mist. And I should say it's not my own creation. I found the recipe on YouTube for that. And a brad in the center of each one and stuck them on there with a pop dot. Away we go. Now, inside. And I hope I've got it all in frame. Let me just pull it down a little bit more than this. I'd really like somebody to do a video on how they do videos, because I keep experimenting with different ways to get these at a proper angle so you can see it. So hopefully it's all in the shot now. Alright, so what do we have here? I created a pocket. I'll just take these out for a moment so you can see the pocket. This is the pocket. Again, same basic shape as the cover and the back cover. I just made it slightly narrower, glued it to the hinge area here at the fold, glued it on either side, and now we have a pocket. And in that pocket, I have some tags, and I tried to use basically the same shape design for this, as you'll see, just in different sizes. So, you know, basically this is this design, just cut and made into a tag. And that's double-sided, and they fit right in here. So the idea is these tags could be for journaling, they could be for pictures, whatever. All right, put a little piece of ribbon in each one to make it stand out. Looks nice when it's closed because you can see the ribbon along the edges. All right, let's open it up. Okay, on this panel, I created a little framed plate. This could be for a picture, this could be for journaling. I used a shape that's very close to the same basic shape. So this whole album's created with only two basic shape cuts. And I just changed it to different sizes and stuck it on here. Now, you probably can't see it in the camera, but just to make it stand out a little bit more, I often do some inking around the edges of anything that's going to be a frame or a plate, just to make it stand out. But this time, I decided not to bother with the inking, and I simply took a black marker, fine tip black marker, and just did a faux stitch all the way around just to make that stand out a little bit more. Don't know if that's coming up on the camera. Down here is a little plate, and you'll see these in these folders when I get to them. Again, I did some faux stitching around it. This could be for a title, this could be for a little piece of journaling, whatever. And then I created a little mini book in here using, again, this basic shape that I used for the back and front cover. Just made it a little smaller and doubled it up, and then I stitched it with a ribbon through here and out. I punched 3 holes, pulled the ribbon through, tied it in a knot, and then I put another piece of paper, a little smaller cut, same shape, just to give a background on the page. Okay, so that's that side. This side is sort of a flip type of album. Again, the same basic shape as the back cover and the front design, except made a little narrower and turned on its side. And I made each one progressively longer than the one before it so that I could glue them together and they'd flip up. Now you can see on each one of these I've got a place for probably a picture, and I've got some journaling plates. Again, I used the faux stitching around here. So you can get quite a few pictures in this if you want it. You can get what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pictures in this little flip album that's happening here. Up here, I lined them all up. I glued each one on top of the other, and I scored along each one about a ½ inch. And so now that I have that hinge, so it just flips up, and you can do whatever. So that's the whole album or folder. I'm thinking this might be a great little design for a creative album. You know, I could see sticking notes to myself in the pockets on here. Pictures of designs that I come across that I want to try in the near future, that kind of thing, whatever. Or this could be for keeping your memories, pictures, whatever. A really quick and fast album. Once I had it designed and the templates already designed on the Cricut, cutting it out, gluing it all together took no time at all. You can make this after the initial design probably in about 2 hours. Depending on how wild you want to go with your embellishments. And I think this might make a really unique gift for somebody as well. Or put a birthday card in here, or put it on the outside of it or on the tag inside. It makes a really great creative card. Whatever. So, I hope you like that. And like I said, not my original idea. I just took Heidi Swap's idea and just did my own thing with it.